What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and welcome back to Your Pop, Your Pursuit of Purpose. Today, we're going to be talking about the company OCGN because some magnificent news was released last week about this company and the fact that they're potentially going to be developing a CV-19 vaccine. Again, just not going to use the word because people are getting flagged for using the word on YouTube for some reason. Don't ask me why. But again, welcome back to Your Pop. We're going to get right into it. But before I do that, please go ahead and join the Discord. It's completely free. It's a great place to have dialogues about stocks, and we just bounce things off. We have people who are financial experts, and at the same time, we have new people who are just getting into the game. So please join the Discord. It's completely free. Hop in and feel free to message me whenever you'd like to. And also use the link below to get 4 free stocks if you deposit $100 on Webull. So again, I'm a person who uses Webull, and that's the only reason why I decided to partner up with them, because I truly think it's a fantastic brokerage. Now, Ocugen, OCGN. Guys, again, there was some magnificent news last week that came out on Thursday, or actually it was February 3rd. But we're going to get right into the stock and everything like that. Then we'll look at the 5-day chart just to quickly do an overview. But again, Ocugen is currently in the works, and they're partnered with Bharat Biotech or Biopharma. And again, it's a company based out of India that is developing a CV-19 vaccine. So, as I always do, Ocugen, the first thing I want to look at is their management, the people that are on the Vaccine Scientific Advisory Board. So these are the people who are helping develop the vaccine. So we have here, a previous that looks like the PhD. His name is Satish Chandran, and he's again a guy who worked for Pfizer. Obviously we know everything about Pfizer. They were one of the first to get emergency use authorization, or an EUA, in the United States for their vaccine. Also, we have David. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, but again, he's a professor out of University of Pennsylvania. And, and it looks like he has a cytokine storm treatment and laboratory. He's the director of the Center of Cytokine Storm Treatment and Laboratory. And we know cytokine storms have affected a lot of people who have COVID. So again, just looking through their management, I was pretty impressed. And that's the first thing we want to do. Are the people backing this up people who we trust, people who have a good track record? And so again, it's Harvey, an MD, PhD, infectious disease specialist, and microbiology infectious disease specialist out of UPenn. Again, an Ivy League school, a very reputable institution. So it seems like UPenn has a lot of affiliates with this advisory board. So guys, that checks off my list. I give it a thumbs up for their advisory board. Again, guys, not financial advice. Rather, I'm just doing this to put you guys on the plays that I'm looking into and I'm interested in, because I have not yet invested into OCGN, besides the fact that people were telling me to look into it way before the run-up that we saw. So again, Covaxin, that is the current product that it has emergency use authorization in India. So it's currently being used, besides the fact that it has not completed phase 3 clinical trials, because they saw, the safety profile looked promising. So they decided, hey, let's get this started. We need to start vaccinating, because we know per capita, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but India is one of the most populated, if not the most populated country. So again, with that being said, they need to make sure, you're seeing a lot of people, and we're seeing with a lot of people comes a lot of, dense areas, meaning a lot of people exchanging, respiratory droplets, things like that puts them at risk for CV-19. So again, if you click on their website here, you can see of how Covaxin works. And honestly, I thought this was magnificent, because their product is different than some of the other vaccines that are currently available through Moderna and Pfizer. So again, Bharat Biotech partnered with the National Institute of Virology and the Indian Council of Medical Research to develop an inactivated coronavirus, called Covaxin. Again, India authorized the vaccine for emergency use back in January. Now, how does this make it different than the current standards of care and the current vaccines that are available? So again, it's a vaccine made directly from the CV virus. And guys, we have to understand that. So what we know is currently we have mRNA vaccines, and this is a little different than that. So Covaxin works by teaching the immune system to make antibodies against SARS-CoV-2, the CV virus. The antibodies attach to a viral protein. Again, you can see it right here. It's what we call a spike protein, or a spike protein gene, this whole thing here, such as so-called spike proteins that stud its interface. So we see that the CV itself is kind of surrounding it. To create Covaxin, they use a sample of of CV isolated by India's National Institute of Virology. So they took isolated virus again to make this inactivated virus, and this is very common procedure for any inactivated viruses in general. But again, makes them a little different than what we see currently in the market. So they kill off the virus. So you can look through here. They kill off the virus, right? And then they add an adjuvant. So here they're using aluminum-based adjuvants. That's just the normal protocol. You add some sort of adjuvant. I know sometimes mercury, whatever it might be. Here they used aluminum, and then this is what promotes an immune response. And so again, a lot of people are worried about with the CV vaccine and CV itself is that if I get vaccinated, can I get the virus? Again, not medical advice, but oftentimes if it's an inactivated virus, it's pretty much impossible for the body to create an immune response that activates it. Because again, it has no actual virus in it. Rather, pretty much it looks like a virus, it's shaped like a virus, but it's not truly a virus, right? So again, that's what tricks the immune system to making the antibodies for it, is that it recognizes the shape, and then all the different antigens that are surrounding it, which makes it, it activates an antibody response. So you could, again, follow through, look at this, do your own due diligence. The New York Times did a fantastic job of illustrating this. So you could look here, when the live virus comes, your body now has antibodies for CV. So that's what makes this kind of unique, and that's what impresses me about Ocugen's product. Again, you can look at their pipeline. They have a few other things, but the big thing that's causing this stock to significantly increase the last few days is the fact that the Covaxin is currently, it was authorized in India. It has EUA, emergency use authorization, and in the United States, we currently have 2 vaccines that have EUA. That is the Pfizer vaccine and the Moderna vaccine. So now in addition, Covaxin is looking to partner up with, not Covaxin, but Bharat Biotech is partnering up with Ocugen to allow this product to be used in the United States. That's the goal here. So you can look at the Motley Fool article. And again, Covaxin could induce a broader immunity. So they talk about it, just a brief overview about it. But really the big thing here is that the analyst who talked about it said that his name was Ramkant. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name. He cheered Ocugen's recent deal with India-based vaccine developer to potentially bring Covaxin, a CV-19 vaccine candidate, to the U.S. market, which is huge. So if this hits the U.S. market, guys, and because people are looking for alternatives from the mRNA-based vaccines, if this becomes an option, trust me, that's going to be very positive for the stock, which will potentially make the price go up significantly more than it already has run up. Now again, for that to hold true, we needed to get EUA in the United States. That's the big thing here, which again, if we look at the advisory board, is pretty positive that what Ocugen has in place. So let's go look at the price action like we always do, guys. Again, not really a technical analysis by any means, but just a simple 5-day chart outlook. If we see it was at $1.70, $1.80 for a while, if we go look at the 1 month, looks like that's kind of where it's comfortable, between 280 and 180. Pretty significant difference. But regardless, if we go up, there was some news that, again, the rumor people were buying that they're going to go through with this, where they're going to potentially be partnering up. That caused the initial run up, and then it kind of consolidated there. And then we heard about the U.S. Potential that Covaxin might be used in the United States. That caused an additional run up, and the fact that the Wall Street analyst decided to upgrade his price target. So we saw that it was an $8 price target from Mr. Ramkant, I think his name was. So excuse me, it wasn't even him, but this Jalal. He put an $8, 52% upside. Again, that was from its previous price. But since then, we saw it kind of break that barrier. So let's go back to the price action. So 861 is the current price after hours. And guys, you know me, I'm not a person who likes to chase. But we need to keep this one on our watch list and keep it on our radar, because what can happen is it can dip. People will take profits who bought in here at the $3 range, right? Because they're up significantly. So what I'm expecting on Monday, unless more news comes out that they got EUA, right now what we're looking for is emergency use authorization in the United States. If that happens for Ocugen, we know dang well that the price of the stock is going to skyrocket. So again, not going to set any price targets by any means, but for me, if I see it dip back down to anywhere in the $3, we might not ever see it again. But for me, even at this $5 range here, if we see this come back to 5, I'm comfortable starting a position around $5. Again, I might be missing out, but maybe getting some skin in the game. You guys know I'm a fan of that. So maybe if you want to start a position right when market opens on Monday, go for it. But again, it's up 120% on the day pretty much on Friday. That makes me think, hey, let's wait for a pullback because it's going to cool down a little bit. That happens very often with stocks. So again, for me, if I see it pull back 10, 20%, whatever it might be, I'll probably get a position started and average down because again, I'm going to be looking forward to the news that Ocugen or OCGN potentially gets EUA for Covaxin in the United States. All right, guys. So as always, please, please, please be careful when you're investing. I don't want you guys to have a bad relationship with the stock market. I'm always a person who's skeptical, so I don't just jump right into a stock like this one especially. Rather, I'll probably wait for it to cool down a bit, maybe a couple dollars, see it at the $6, $5-ish range. Then I'll probably hop in just to put some skin in the game. So until next time, everybody, keep investing.